What's up, everybody? It's your boy. Welcome to YouTube. Click like and subscribe notifications. 72% of you aren't subscribed. Alright, now that that's over, let's not be like every YouTube video ever, and let's do podcast for kind of a big deal. October 3rd, 2023, Tuesday. And this is how fat I am. Say hello, so people don't think I'm just talking to myself. Or now you're not going to say anything. God damn
It was way funnier when I wasn't saying anything.
Oh man. So how was your week? You hit a pretty big milestone, right?
Yeah, I hit a bunch. Apparently that it comes all together at the same time. So yeah, where am I at?
Good
Oh yeah, sub 200.
good things come to
So
those who starve themselves.
right. Yeah, sub 200.
mm,
So broke that barrier.
congrats.
I
How
also
wild is that to think that your number starts with a 1 when you talk about your weight?
yeah,
Like how long has it been
yeah,
since you've been able to say that?
it's been a really long time ago.
I wrote this song. So how do you feel? Do you feel different? Like, can you remember what you felt like when you were? You also broke the 100 pound barrier, right? You were really close last podcast, weren't you? Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah. So I
yeah.
broke the 100 pound barrier, broke the 200 pound, and my VO2 max is now below average instead of low.
All
So
right.
yeah, three milestones. But um, yeah, I don't know. It's weird. I feel like now I can't go anywhere without somebody commenting about it.
Yeah, you look
So
different.
that's kind of odd to me. So like we went to uh my wife's father's had a birthday this weekend, and there was some her family there, and like literally every single person brought it up. And I'm
Well,
just like,
to be
and
fair,
I mean,
when's the last time you saw them, Mister? I
I
hate
mean
people.
it wasn't that long ago. I mean, and they have a pool, so like it's really obvious when you're swimming and stuff. But
Oh, you went
yeah,
swimming. How did that go?
it was good. Yeah, it was nice.
You feel
But
comfortable in your own skin now? Is that something that came along with the weight loss?
you know, it never really bothered me even before this. Like,
Ah,
I don't know. I'm one of those people that I don't really care.
you don't care
I
what people think.
don't care what other people think. So
You.
yeah,
I envy you for that, man. I really
it
do.
doesn't. It does not really bother me. But I
Yeah.
mean, I'm not gonna lie and be like pretty sweet when people are like, "Dang, you look good,
It
getting ripped," and I'm like,
it probably feels nice. I can imagine. Yeah.
but yeah, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Like, I can't run into anybody anywhere without somebody bringing it up. So
That's great,
feels
man.
good.
Yeah.
Feels good. And I got only I can't believe it's only 8.9 pounds. Like
To
I'm
hit your
fully
goal, yeah.
expecting a rebound tomorrow because 2 pounds is some of that's water weight because I ran like 6.2 miles yesterday and I was sweating like crazy because
I
the
bet
weather's all jacked up right now.
it is. It got like unseasonably hot.
Yeah, it's like 82 today.
Yeah.
And but I expect a rebound, but I mean 32 days until Vegas,
Yep.
89 pounds.
Right
I
here.
mean, that is 100% achievable. Like I don't even have to do math about it anymore. Like I know in my head that that means I basically have two sets of 2 weeks, and
Yeah.
that I got
Two more
plenty of
podcasts.
time. Like that's 4.5 pounds basically,
Well, and
right?
the rate you're going, I mean, you lose half a
Like,
pound a day. Like
yeah,
I don't see you not hitting this unless like you're at a point where there's really not much left to lose. So like that's the only thing I can see stopping you. And if that's the case, then great. Like you're at a
right.
very healthy weight. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah,
just
then
maintain and tone and work out or do whatever you want to do. Like And
honestly, the thing I'm struggling with right now is like, say I do hit it like 10 days before Vegas, like, do I just keep going? Like,
I mean,
like, do I celebrate? Like, what do you do?
yeah, you should do something. I mean, Vegas itself will be a
Right, like that
celebration.
was the celebration
Yeah,
plan,
I
but it's
just
like, what
just
if I hit it
wait.
like 10 days before, man? That's
Nah,
like, do I just,
nah, just
run the
wait.
run the course and
Yeah,
let just,
keep
wait the extra 10 days?
like maybe add one more chicken breast or like, but don't go crazy because we want Vegas to be like
Yeah, like this is what the
opening the
whole thing
floodgates and
was. Yeah.
getting to enjoy things without like overdoing it. I was actually talking to one of the custodians at my building this morning about it because he lost a bunch of weight too, and yeah, he was just saying don't go crazy. Like definitely enjoy your food, but you can order an omelet. You don't have to like get tons of
I
potatoes
mean, one of our
and
first meals was going to be an omelet. I
oh,
mean,
100%.
when we go to Margaritaville,
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, so
So
that, yeah.
yeah, so real quick, we should probably this is podcast number 12, right? Yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah. Sorry, my sub 200 wubba lubba dub
yeah, well
dub kind
there
of
you
took a
go.
lot of space there. Yeah, we'll
And
do.
and your weight is officially 198.9, so sub 2 hundo. Congrats. And mine is 339.9, which I had a horrible 2 weeks. I got like violently ill. I missed work. I didn't do anything. I didn't do any of the yard work this weekend. Like I was down for the count. Just sinuses, running nose, like insanely sore throat, headaches, coughing, staying up all night, drinking gallons of NyQuil. It's been horrible. And after my huge, what was it, like 10-pound weight loss at the last podcast, um,
Yeah,
yeah,
10.2.
I
Oof.
lost over 10 pounds, and then like I gained it all back. And right here you can see I was up like almost 6 full pounds from the podcast. That felt horrible. Luckily, over the next several days, it started to kind of like flatten itself out, and I'm back to normal here. Um,
Luckily, you still had some fingers left that you
I
could
could
just,
shave off.
chuck
Yeah,
and just get rid of.
but it's interesting too because like psychologically that would have like had me ordering Papa John's or Taco Bell or like back in the day. But like
Oh
this time
yeah,
it's like, oh, I gained 6 pounds. Okay, like
but
I'm not changing anything. I mean, if
but
anything,
to
I'll
point
get more
out, like,
strict.
you were right to not do anything about it. Like,
Yeah,
you ended up losing it all and still posting a loss,
yeah,
like,
almost 1 pound,
for the 2 weeks.
which
Like,
it
that's
isn't great,
still
but
an
it's progress. It's
accomplishment for
it's
being
progress.
super sick. So, like,
Yeah,
yeah, like, you don't,
and
like, that's a really good lesson for people to understand, is like,
mm-hmm.
and that was fully out of control. Like, you made no mistakes. You didn't do anything wrong. You just got sick, and you were sick for a long period of time.
Yeah,
Like,
it
that's
was.
completely out of your control. It's not like you were like, "Oh yeah, I ate out like 5 times that week and I did an extra." Like,
Yeah,
you literally did nothing wrong. Like, you just needed to rest, and your body was like, "Yo, dude, I probably need these calories to get over this crap." So, we're
right.
holding on to it for a little bit.
And I drank a lot more water because I was trying to get better, and I'm still not fully there, but like tomorrow I get my car back because it's in the shop. I should get it back, so I'm planning on going to the gym for the first time in like a week and a half. Like that's the other thing. I only went to the gym I think twice in 2 weeks because like those days I could breathe. So I was like, all right, I'm feeling a little better. Let's see what happens at the gym, and like it went well. But then that night, I'm up coughing. The snot starts running again, and it's just like, okay, I guess I can't do anything. Um, so yeah, like that sucked. But yeah, this has just been like a trial for me, and I'm glad that I got through it. And like you said, like I ended up at the next podcast down zero point 0.7 pounds. So it's not perfect, but it. Oh shoot, I don't even know what I just did.
Just hit Control Z.
I,
I think you just dragged the point .7
okay.
calculation down.
Yeah, I'm not a spreadsheet nerd.
I mean, it's a hot
but
spreadsheet.
but few things we should probably talk about. Vegas is very close. It's 32 days away, and food wise, like, are we kind of locking in? We're holding each other a little bit accountable. We're not going crazy, not like overdoing it. Aside from
Yeah,
like the three big meals we're having.
let's be real. We have most of our meals planned, right? Like
Yeah,
we have the three major ones, which are big meals. Like, dude, we're not like I'm not gonna walk into Hell's Kitchen and Caesar's Buffet being like,
yeah,
oh yeah,
just
I also had a big lunch that day. Like,
yeah,
no, I'm gonna be eating light, like, cause I'm not wasting,
yeah.
especially Hell's Kitchen. I'm not wasting a single
That
crumb
is
on that
the
plate.
best meal I have ever had. Like the beef Wellington, the
Yeah, so like I'm approaching that with like light breakfast, snack lunch, and then going in hard for the beef Wellington. And same with the Caesar's buffet. Like it's quantity. Like you don't want to go in there full from lunch, which I think is something we're going to struggle with. And like we need to. I think that's going to be the trickiest part. Is like we're not used to these portions, and we need
no,
to adjust. And I think we're going to have a lot of half-eaten meals because I just don't think we're going to be capable of it. Like I think we're going to struggle the first day or two to adjust to that type of quantity.
yeah,
But I mean, that's a good problem to have.
it
So, but
is.
yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna go crazy with it. I'm just gonna try and spend the free money that we have. So,
Yeah.
we'll stretch that as far as we can and see if we can pay for no food at all and just try and get everything free. And
That's the idea. More money for playing games and doing fun stuff, and hopefully
right,
we break even and just have a free vacation. Like
yeah, and like some of the walking will counteract all that too. But again, it's
a lot of
vacation. Like
walking.
I don't want to approach it being like, "Oh, I feel guilty for eating this beef Wellington." Like, no,
Yeah.
this whole trip is a reward. Like,
Right.
so at the end of the day, I don't care really what we're eating. Like, do I want you to go to Heart Attack Grill and eat a quadruple bypass with like a shake? And no, that's stupid.
Yeah.
But like,
Which by the way, I no longer qualify for the free food there. You have to be over 350 pounds, right?
yeah, I think so. That's a milestone in itself. Look
That's
at
kind of
that.
that's kind of cool. I'm not
Yeah.
a complete fat ass, just sub morbid.
Oh yeah, whatever that was when we looked that
Yeah,
up.
right.
You're like ult or not ultra, or like you're mega or just
Hmm.
normal.
Yeah.
But
So
yeah, I mean, we'll just we'll play by ear, but not go super crazy.
yeah,
Like I
I,
don't want to drink my calories. I guess is the one thing I'll avoid. Like, will I have some alcohol? Sure,
yeah,
but I don't want to be like drinking 400-calorie alcohol drinks and having like six of them in a sitting. Like that's
yeah.
just
I
stupid.
think I'm gonna limit that, and I'm gonna stay away from like the sugary mixed drinks and stuff. Probably just do stuff on the rocks, like keep it simple.
Yeah, I only plan on getting one. I really want to buy everybody those swords at Excalibur because
Hmm.
those look hilarious, and it's just a big broadsword slushy drink.
Yeah,
So like, I'll probably do that. But then, other than that, yeah, I'll do some, you know, less calorie intense drinking. But again, our tolerance is gonna be garbage, dude. You're gonna drink one drink and be like, whoa, this is
we actually
yee.
we both did we did Jameson at in Windsor, like
Yeah,
three
dude, the thing
three
hit
months
me
ago. Dude,
hard.
it hit so hard. I was like, this. I used to have like six of these, and like after one, I was like, okay,
And
I'm good.
they don't mix those heavy. Like, come on, man.
No,
Like
yeah,
any place they water those babies down.
yeah.
So yeah, I'm telling you, dude, we're gonna have to be careful. Like I'm actually like, is doing those shots I wanted to do before the airport going to be safe? Like, can I survive a single shot and go through the airport lines and
I
everything? Like,
mean,
is my tolerance high
we'll
enough to pull that off?
we'll be on the plane for like 4 hours.
Well, yeah,
right?
we probably won't board for a while either, and all that
Yeah.
fun stuff.
If you
But
want to do a
yeah,
shot, do a shot. But I mean, I'm
oh, I
not
got
gonna.
that. I got that bottle that's
I
like a
know.
billion years old, and I
I
wanted
know.
everybody to try it.
And last time we went, it was like we left at 2 in the morning, and it's like
Yeah, that was not
I'm not
happening.
doing a shot.
No,
So
this will be better. It's like 4 or 5 when we leave or something like that. But
yeah. So a couple things I wanted to bring up. I wore I wore jeans for the first time because like last week because it was actually cool. It was like in the 50s. So I put them on, and then I wore a belt all day and stuff. And then when I got home, like Sarah was sitting down, I said, "Hey Sarah," and I wanted to see. It's like, what happens if I just undo my belt? So I undid the belt and just like stood straight. I'm not kidding. My pants fell straight to the floor. Like don't even get caught on my hip or not. Like that's how loose
yeah,
those pants are. So I'm thinking I've probably lost at least what would that, like 5 or 6 inches around my waist.
probably. Probably. I mean, my work pants like
You look like a
my
kid wearing
belt,
his dad's clothes.
my belt is doing some heavy lifting, and I got that sucker
It's
cranked,
doing
dude.
work. Yeah.
Like it. I'm not even kidding. Like the other day, oh, what was I wearing? I did something similar where, oh, yeah, I think it was. I don't even remember. It was some pants, and I had a belt on with those two, and then I didn't put the belt on, and like yeah, pants are just gone. So like
Yeah.
okay, yeah, I can't wear anything without belts now, or they have to have like like the exercise shorts with the so you can tie them up tight. Like I was
Right.
actually panicking when there's talking about going to her parents' house because they have a pool, and I'm like, oh my God, I don't have any
You don't have
suits
a
that
suit. Yeah.
fit.
Yeah.
So I found I put all my uh clothes that I was wearing when I was like 160 in trash bags, and I just like tossed them into one of our spare rooms.
Oh, so you still
I
had old clothes.
Yeah, so I cracked that bag open.
Mm.
The swim trunks that I'm wearing are mediums. Like
Wow.
yeah, like I had some old medium Nautica swim trunks, and I'm like, there's in no way are these gonna fit. And I put them on, and I was like, holy crap, like these actually fit. And then
Yeah.
I was going through the shirts, and I was like, oh my God, like there's a whole bunch of shirts that I have that I didn't even wear because someone must have like got them for Christmas and they were just too small. And now they're like a good size or slightly too big. And I'm like, so I'm actually like around a large size now, which is insane.
Yeah.
Like those shirts that I bought when we went to Vegas last year were 2 or 3 X's, I think,
Okay.
from like the tall section because they
Yeah.
had like wider cuts.
Mm.
And now I can wear a large. like
That's so
like
nuts.
that is absolutely insane to me.
I'm
Like,
I'm still wearing 4X large, but like I'm gonna back up and get on the
dude,
camera
they're
here.
baggy,
Yeah,
guaranteed, man.
like you could see I have like this is where my side ends, and this is yeah. So it's these are getting to a point where like I don't know, 10, 15 more pounds, and I might be down a size, and
Yeah, that's amazing.
yeah, that feels good because like once I get to 2X, then I can shop at most places. But like
Yeah.
a lot of stores don't carry 3 and 4X, and besides that, I'm tall, so like I need,
Yeah, that
yeah,
your height does not help you. Like I am
yeah.
in the sweet spot of men's clothing height wise. So yeah, that's gonna be crazy for you that you can just be like, yeah, I can buy off rack and not have to go from some to some different
I
section or
might
different store.
actually enjoy shopping for once, but and that's I wanted to bring this up too, because like so if I look at like where I'm at, like 339, I from my memory the last time I lost a bunch of weight and got healthy, this is where like every 10, 15 pounds ish is like noticeable. Cuz
Yeah,
like I look at myself like I'm looking at my camera right now, and I'm like, I I don't really feel like I look that different. And I know if I pull a picture up, like you can tell, like in my face, and like my ring, it completely will fall off like while I'm running and stuff. And it used to like I had to really work it to get it off. But anyway, so this is like exciting for me because like I'm getting to the point where I remember when I got into the 330s last time, people started noticing that I had lost weight. And that was huge. Like it's a huge confidence boost like you were saying earlier. So, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I've already noticed it on you, and I think I think other people have too. But yeah, I mean,
I,
it's
I don't
it's
get
gonna
I don't really get comments, but then again, like most people I see on a regular basis know I'm dieting, so like they don't have to
right,
ask me like have you like they know I've lost weight. So I don't know.
right.
I don't know.
And
It's yeah. But yeah, like I said, this I mean the difference between like 350 and like 415, it's not
yeah,
that
it's
noticeable because you're really big, and I'm still really big, but like I'm getting to the point where yeah, I'm within striking range of getting into the twos, and that's when I start really getting my life back and getting to like go shopping and
yeah,
ride
that's just
ride
crazy.
roller
So
coasters and
think about this though is when you like what was your end thing? 225. Like imagine as you approach sub 300 that you can say you changed your first digit twice.
yeah, that's crazy.
Like think about that, dude. Like you went from a 4
To a two.
to a 2.
Yeah,
Like that's wild.
yeah.
Like oh man, that's gonna
And
be
like
so
when
nuts.
I get there, I will have lost the amount of weight of like a normal adult human.
Yeah, an entire adult human.
Yeah, which
Like
is
that is
nuts.
unreal. I mean, you'll be able to say that you lost almost an entire Tibbs
By
yourself.
myself. Yeah. Tibbs
Like
Tibbs is
that's
216.
yeah,
So yeah, if I lose 216 pounds, that would be a whole
like that's
Tibbs.
gonna be insane. Like you could say you literally lost an entire Tibbs on your own.
Yeah. All right.
And
Well,
what's crazy is like it's not even a if, it's a when. Like I mean, you've already got the blueprint. Like you just
yeah.
got to keep following it, man.
I've
And
done
like
I've done
we've
the hardest part. There's no question. The beginning, like
well,
two
what's kind
two
of neat
months.
about how we're doing this is like I'm I'm the next step, right? Like so like we've seen it. We've seen it all the way. So like we've seen it from 400 down to 198.
Yeah, you started
Like
at 304. So when I get there, I'll be starting where I'll be at
right.
where you started.
Right,
So
that's what I'm saying. Like you've already, we know it's possible. We know what to do. Like you're doing it. Like
yeah,
that's what's so neat about this is like we started in different places, but like ultimately we're both gonna end up in the same spot. And it's just cool that like when you hit 300, you're like, oh, well, yeah, I've seen this before. I know how to get to 200. Like it's just really cool.
yeah, I'm definitely ready when I get closer to 300, like 290 somewhere in there. There's probably going to be a plateau, and I'm probably going to have to step up the amount of activity I'm doing and like the amount of
Yeah, I mean that's
calories I'm eating and like the type of calories I'm eating. Because like my diet is strict, but it's not as crazy as it was like 7 years ago when I was, when I met with a nutritionist and I had a very strict diet, and it was the only reason I was able to do it is because I was already sub 300, working out
right.
twice a day most days, and I had hit a hard wall. Like I was
I still
not losing
I
weight.
still think twice a day is insane.
Yeah,
Like,
so I started going. I came into work early because my boss said I could go to the gym at lunch. He was okay with that if I came in early. So I did that, and I would work out, and I did that only because it was near January, and all the New Year's resolution people were there, and my machines were all taken, and I was like, okay. But after a while, I realized they all quit already. I'm already in the habit of going at lunch. I want to see if anyone's there after work, and so I ended up working out twice a day, like 5 days a week, and then on Saturday I would just go once and work out like extra long, and yeah, and then the diet became. I had a list of about 25 things I was allowed to eat, and most of them were like vegetables or nuts or you know what I mean, like different types
Right.
of like so like the list was very small, but like every one of my meals was that, and it was structured in a way I did not have to count calories because she told me like if you only eat this stuff and you're only eating four small meals a day, like I'm not worried about you going over your calories. And she's right. Like one day I added it up and it was insanely low. So, but
Yeah. Well, and I mean that makes sense. I mean, I think part of why my progress is so consistent is
you eat the exact same thing every day.
well that and the training programs I do, like they naturally progress in speed and distance. So
Mhm.
like, when I first started, I mean, I was running under a mile a day. Like it was probably
Mhm.
maybe a half a mile, and I'm up to 6.2.
Yeah. And
And like
that's
next
how I
next week
started
I'll
too.
be at like 7.3, like
Yeah.
so if your calories stay the same and your distance goes further, even though you've lost,
You're burning
X
more,
amount
yeah.
of weight, like you're
Yeah.
still gonna end up burning more
And
calories.
that
So
that's what I've done too. I started out I could barely do a mile, and then I was doing like a mile, mile and a half, and then I was getting to 2 miles and just being like miserable. Then it got to a point where I'm like, I could probably go a little farther. And now I'm at a point where like I'm running 3 miles and I'm doing it in under 20 minutes, which is on an elliptical no less, just mind you. Like but like still like yeah, gradually getting up. And I was actually talking to Tibbs about it the other day. Like I once I get because I've had this sickness, once I get back into the swing, like I'm gonna be bumping it to 4 miles and running a little bit slower at the beginning so I don't overdo it and don't burn out before I get to 4 miles. So anyway,
yeah, that's kind of what I have had to do. Is like that was one of my biggest struggles with adding distance,
pacing,
was
yeah,
like my pacing was awful. I would just I my natural pace seems to be 10 and a half. But if you're going further, you can't do that because like you'll hit mile 5 or something, and then you hit this wall because you burnt out all your energy. So like
right.
learning to run slower has actually been weirdly difficult.
It's gonna be a challenge because like my mind is like go fast, get it done, you know,
Yeah. And
and
then really you have to be like, no, 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 you're stretching this out. Like
right,
that's what you're trying to accomplish.
right. Okay, so we are wow, yeah, we are hitting a new record for length. Let's hit our predictions. So
Oh.
you only
Ooh.
have like 9 pounds
Ooh.
left to lose,
Yee.
and
Well, okay, so I'll do some five head math here.
mm,
So I have 8.9 to go. I'm gonna calculate a 1 pound rebound. So say it's actually 9.9,
divided by
and
32
then I'm just
days.
I'm just gonna give it a nice divide by two. So that puts me at 4.95. So
Okay,
I would like to shoot for five.
so if you
If I
lost
shoot for
five
five,
pounds
then
per podcast, you will reach your
per
goal.
podcast I'll hit my goal on the last podcast we do before we
That's
leave.
incredible. Like I thought you
So
would be close by the time we went to Vegas, but like this is insane. That
I didn't I truly did not think I would be this close.
like
Like
it
when I did a
hasn't even
couple
been 300 days. It's
calculations.
not even been a year, and you've lost over 100 pounds. Like it's incredible. So anyway, congrats. I'm not saying this in a negative way. I know I'm dumbfounded by it, but
We're going 5. We're going 5 pounds.
okay. So me recovering here, as long as I keep getting healthy, and I can go to the gym and I get my car back. like I have to have a big week. Like I had a horrible
Yeah.
block. I have to have a 2 week block. I have to have a solid 2 week block. And I've been eating like pretty well too since I've been feeling better. Um, so yeah, I think 5 pounds is legit, right? Like 2.5 pounds a week. That's
Oh yeah. I was gonna say 6 or 7 for
six
you.
six six would be better. But
I think six. I think 6 is
all
fair
right,
because you had like a
six.
half. You had like a 1 week rebound, right? And then
Yeah.
you're on your downtrend.
So
So like
technically, I need to lose 12 to like
yeah. So like you,
keep
you should
it.
be cooking this week. Like
Yeah. All right.
all right. So 5 and 6. That's what we're aiming for.
We'll
Cool.
go ham. Hopefully nothing crazy happens. Anyway, thanks for watching if you stuck around this long, and we will see you guys in 2 weeks to report.
Later.